in Lagos a few weeks ago. Now, not only did she win that tournament, she also won our regionals here in Port Harcourt. This is an excerpt for what she did at the Tournament of Champions. Take a listen to this.
Funding link between good governance and the democratic mode and life expectancy. The World Bank figure shows mothers' health improvements from 46 years in 1999 to 55 years by 2023.
If the dead cannot exercise their rights, SBM intelligence reports over 63,000 deaths since 2011 reported in relation to the interest of all losses. Then the occupant are related.
That the strongest economic growth in nearly a decade, with a 4.6% year-on-year GDP expansion, which is expected to improve at 3.6%.
Our anti-corruption agencies prosecute selectively with no guaranteed success. When the game of democracy is fundamentally illegitimate.
Before the return to democracy in 1999, journalists faced arrest, detention, harsh press censorship, particularly under Decree No. 4 of 1984, which criminalized any publication deemed embarrassing to the government or its officials.
Nigeria's democracy cannot be rated by comfort but dissent. When the Nigerian people took to the street against a massacre, and there has been widespread complaints, abuse, and torture, yet no policeman was held accountable. This is classic authoritarianism masked as democracy.
My opponent talked about the issue of poverty and insecurity, but this is not peculiar to Nigeria only. The United States, regarded as the beacon of democracy, has been operating democratic process for 236 years. It still faces mass shooting, gun violence, and terrorism with stress from extremists. My advice to you, my opponent, is do not choose to see only what you want to see, but rather choose to see what is in front of you and acknowledge that Nigeria's democracy has not failed.
Hey, my opponent, I don't choose to see what you want to see, but choose to see the truth behind it. Nigeria's democracy is working. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion is in the studios. We are going to talk to her right now. Miss Kokoette, good morning once again.
Good morning.
How did you feel at that point? This was the final. How did you feel?
Okay, to be sincere, at the finals and the semi-finals, I was like tensed, very tense. I don't know. There was just this fear, but I was like, it's okay, it's all right. I mean, they were hyped. I was the Lagos regional champions.
Yes.
They were like, this is something Lagos has been doing. They've been taking the championship and so on. You don't stand a chance and stuff like that. But I was scared. So yeah, I was really tense. And at that point, he was dishing out his points. And I was like, okay.
It makes sense.
Yes. It was making sense. I was like, don't worry. What you have to say also matches his energy. So you can do it. I was just hyping myself and remembering that there are a whole lot of people that were looking up to me at that point. And I was like, just do it, if not for yourself, to make other people proud.
Wow.
And stuff like that. And then...
Okay, now, I need to ask you, right? It's all nice and good that you won, but let's pick up from this last comment you made that there are a lot of people who were, expecting to do well. You want to make them proud. Wasn't that undue pressure for you? Because your mom, your coach, your school, your classmates, yeah. And let me say this right now to everybody who's listening: I never called during this tournament because I felt I shouldn't put any more pressure. We would watch, but I said no, I will not call. I resisted the urge to call during the quarterfinals, but I said I will not call. I will just watch and let you be. But you felt pressure.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of pressure from everywhere. I mean, even though the people talking to you did not want to directly put pressure on you, but then their words, I'm counting on you.
Wow.
The school is counting on you. Wow. That is like undue pressure. Right? It's pressure in quoted words. And then you're like, you're alone at night and then you're studying and you're like, why am I making mistakes? Say the whole world is counting on me. This person is counting. And then you just have to keep pushing yourself. But then some people work better on that pressure. I mean, pressure can be both good and bad. So yeah, it did influence me in a positive way. That's the good part.
I am very pleased that you have that view of pressure, that it can be both good and bad, and you chose to make the better end of the stick when it came to your delivery for that day. But let's talk a little bit about your experience in Lagos. Was that the first time you were going to Lagos?
Yes, it was.
How did you find? Because I know that midway into the tournament, they gave the participant a reprieve. You guys went out, took a bus ride around, some interesting sites in Lagos. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, I mean, going to Lagos is very nice. We were taken to the Lekki Conservation Center, and I have to say that place is really, really beautiful. And then we did this canopy walk where it was like really scary.
You have to hold
and even George Yvonne was so scared. I mean, it was a very awesome experience with all the debaters there, and we were able to talk with each other. I mean, Lagos is really beautiful, but trust me, I prefer PH.
Yeah. So obviously, you had a first-hand experience of Lagos traffic. You saw what everybody has been talking about for years.
I mean, we had to, the bus from Nigeria Info had to come pick us up around 1 o'clock when competition was like 4. Because, I mean, we have to be 3 hours early to beat Lagos traffic. You understand? So we'll just stay on the road, and then there are a bunch of people, and then you are hearing them blasting each other in Yoruba. Will you move forward? Will you do this? I mean, it was really funny, and in fact, everything was awesome.
Everything was awesome. Now, we were very pleased, and I have to say a big thank you to all of the sponsors, both regional and also in Lagos, to the big sponsors. We're hoping for bigger people to come through. We need to make this as worthwhile for them as it is for us. But you got to speak to your fellow debaters, people from Lagos, people from Abuja, and obviously the ones you already knew from here. Yes. You know, when you guys went, when you guys came through the debate. How would you rate their own style? Talking about Lagos and Abuja to yours and your team.
Okay. I think Abuja, they came with a lot of force, a lot of power. I mean, there was Majesty, there was Helen, there was Dami. I mean, they were actually very good. Abuja people actually shocked me. I mean, I was really thrilled, especially for Majesty. He was awesome. I mean, he was taking best debater. I mean, he was really good. He was really good. And then there was Lagos people. I mean, they were also very good. I mean, I've watched them before heading to Lagos, and I was like, wow, these people are good. I mean, everybody just have their own unique thing about them. Abuja comes with their force, Lagos comes with I know I can do it, I'm giving it to you kind of style. Everybody was awesome.
Now you said you studied them, you watched them before. Was this something you and your coach worked on, or you just wanted to see the people who you were going up against?
Okay, so my coach told me that it would be very good if I could notice their style, the way they present and stuff like that. So he sends me their former debates and their videos. Okay, so I went through them. Then he asked me, what do I recognize? What have I laid down? Have I seen their strategy, how they do stuff? And then together he was able to, me and him, we now related and talked about everything that we've seen.
Okay, all right. So let's come to your teacher right now, and let's talk strategy. Now, for a lot of our listeners, they probably wouldn't realize that for a debate like this, you don't just come memorize your script and dish it out on the microphone. It has evolved over the years, particularly here on the show. We've seen cases from the very first episodes here in Port Harcourt where it was very clear that the people were just dumping out facts and figures that they've memorized, to now having people like Godsgoodness, Kokoette, and even Handsome, who didn't make it through in the end, who would bring out points, talk, listen to the other person, and give out where they pick holes in their arguments. How do you prepare a teenager for that?
I think the first thing is you make sure she understands the topic very well. When she understands the topic, she'll be able to understand the salient points of the argument. Every debate has salient points that will be advanced, and then you prepare a mind anticipating that your opponent will come from this angle. And if your opponent does that, this is what you say. Sometimes it doesn't work that way because your opponent may miss salient points that should have been made, but then you will add up a few things you observed at the spur of the moment. So intelligence comes in, not just the preparation takes place before then, but you must have a smart and agile mind to respond to those points raised at the spur of the moment. But the most important thing is to understand the topic very well. And then you must look for a unique niche. She told stories. She rendered a comic joke. She gave a walk.
Was that your idea, or you let her come up with those?
It's like a coach or a songwriter. You're writing a song. You look at the artist and it's okay. This is an image I want you to bring out to the public. So we write songs to tailor them to your image. So when I look at her, she likes multiple languages and all that. So we had to bring in the Latin, the Greek element, French, and all that. Then also I noticed that she loves poems. So we decided to say, okay, that's what we're going to do. We bring out what you already have inside, and then the sense of humor. And then in the last presentation and the finals, we knew or we believed her opponent was going to be more political. So we decided to go well, through the humanist aspect, let's give something that will touch the emotions of people. That was why we brought kindness as a legacy. So it's all about knowing what your opponent is likely to do and preparing yourself, because you have limited time to respond.
Yeah, it is. You have limited time to respond. And for those of you who didn't quite follow the debate, we made sure that from our originals, we gave them the exact replica of what they were going to face in Lagos. So they wouldn't have known where they were going to stand, either for or against, up till that day. That was a lot of work, both for you as the coach and for the debater. How much of that work would you say helped in Kokoette's success in the end?
It still boils down to understanding the topic, the pros and cons. So you understand the pros of the topic or the argument, and then the cons. So whatever or whichever way the pendulum swings, you then go. But sometimes they have a preference. Like in the first debate, she wished she would be, or I think in the second debate, she wished she would be on a particular side, but it didn't turn out that way.
Yeah,
but I have already assured her that, look, the argument has been so balanced to the extent that whichever direction the pendulum swings, you will be comfortable.
I think that's one of the reasons why we really wanted to have a debate of this manner, because it's very easy to have people, lean towards arguments that they are biased towards, right? If you like green or like blue, if the argument fits your own, stereotype or your own bias, you'll probably want to stick there and say, yes, it's right. But I need the listeners to understand, this debate was never about who is right or who's wrong. Yes. The point here was, how are you able to give the points and let the audience know, okay, who better deliver? That's the ultimate aim of this. Now, before we open the phone lines, let's speak to the caregiver of Mrs. Kokoette. It's not easy to get to see your child, win, but a lot of people would not have experienced the same thing she's experienced, talking about the late nights, talking about, the cramming, talking about the periods of frustration. As a caregiver, as a parent, how challenging was it for you? Because you were not the one in the hot seat. It was your beloved child. How did that feel for you?
Like I said before, in the kids zone, I have never been this tensed in my life. All my life. From the first day she presented, she met, I think, Excel.
Yeah, Excel. Oh, yeah, she was good.
And when I listened to the Excel's past debate, I told Godsgoodness, see, Excel is good, but you are the best. You will defeat Excel. Do you believe she said yes? And God made it possible she did that. Then coming to the next one, the same Excel, and I called Godsgoodness. I said, see, Excel is like an Egyptian to you. But I believe the Egyptian you see today.
Do you see? That's a mother right there.
Yes, and I told her, please, if you can beat Excel with good point, I will send a good sum of money, good sum of amount to you. She said.
So you were also influencing.
Motivation.
I motivated her. Both morning, night, I will call her, we on phone. I'll be telling her, you can do this. I believe in you. I counseled her, I motivated her, I told her a lot of things. I told her a lot of experiences I had, because I was a good debater in school also.
Oh, wow.
So I told her what to do. Listen to your mentor, your teacher,
coach,
your coach, whatever he asks you to do. I go through
her work as well.
I'll tell her, look at how to pronounce here, look at what to do here, look at how to add here, do like this. And she did all that. One thing about her is that she listens. She listens to instructions and she keeps instruction. She's very obedient. So that second time, she went in again for Excel and she beat Excel with good points. I fulfilled my promise.
You fulfilled your promise.
It was a time of, amazement, happiness, joy. In fact, seeing her each day from the start up to the end, I'll be so nervous and tensed, but at last,
your body has calmed down. Just calmed down. I'm happy you are happy, really. Once again, if you just join us, this is a very clear reminder of how important it is for us to do what we do the way we do it. It's all about getting the best. So if you've been listening, you're thinking, oh, they selected these people, they didn't select our school. The processes have always been transparent. We have a team that will very carefully look through all the entries, all the videos, everything, and we will, in quotes, go through that table and bring out the best. Now, let's open the phone lines and get to hear from you. I'll read the messages that have come through for you, Kokoette, this morning. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. Now, for the want of time, I'm going to give each caller a minute and 20 seconds each, right? So we can also read messages on the program. All right, first on the line is Muriel from Africa. Muriel, good morning to you. Welcome, please.